let anyone who didn't know the story of what had went on with Fifth, this is what he's been through and this is where he's at now.
Why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like, I paid for it. And I was like, what the f this just say?
Brooklyn, baby, but Queens get the money. Queens get the money. New York, no Diddy.
Eminem and 50 Cent have had a solid and enduring friendship for quite some time now, stemming from Eminem's pivotal role in introducing 50 Cent to the music scene. Despite the ups and downs, their bond has stood the test of time, with Eminem always ready to step up and defend his buddy, as he recently did by giving Diddy a stern warning. We all know 50 Cent not only for his incredible beats and exceptional rapping skills, but also for his widespread recognition for razor-sharp wit and off-camera roasting abilities. If there's one area where he truly excels, it's in delivering scorching verbal takedowns. 50 Cent has perfected the art of mercilessly poking fun at individuals from all walks of life, sparing no one within the music industry. While some have taken his banter in stride, others have engaged in verbal sparring, but there's no denying that 50 Cent's comedic onslaught shows no signs of slowing down. Throughout it all, his steadfast ally, Eminem, has consistently stood by his side. It's not just camaraderie, it's a shared disdain, perhaps even hatred for Diddy. Remember when Eminem dropped that bombshell about Diddy's alleged involvement in Tupac's demise? The rap world was thrown into a frenzy. Eminem's diss track aimed at Machine Gun Kelly garnered widespread attention, but it was that one line about Diddy that sent shockwaves through the industry. Eminem's verse goes, "But this idiot's boss pops pills and tells him he's got skills. But Kells, the day you put out a hit's the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out that got Pac K." Fans couldn't wrap their heads around the idea that Eminem was implying Diddy ordered Tupac's untimely end. Though Tupac's tragic passing in Las Vegas happened years ago, the recent arrest of Keef D last year in connection to Tupac's shooting reignited speculation about Diddy's possible involvement. Now, circling back to 50, it's like he brings a burst of energy to the scene. Dull moments? Forget about it. Just mentioning his name among fellow rappers and singers sparks a buzz of anticipation. Among his many infamous feuds, one that stands out is his ongoing with Diddy. 50 Cent's been throwing shade at Diddy for what feels like forever, but things really escalated when Cassie's lawsuit hit the scene. Since then, it's been open season on Diddy by 50. When Cassie recently filed her lawsuit against Diddy and exposed him for essaying her and making her sleep with male SEX workers, 50 wasted no time in sending out his support for her. He put up a post dragging Diddy for filth after he settled Cassie's lawsuit within 24 hours. In a post that's now deleted, he basically hinted that Diddy's got more problems heading his way. In the caption, 50 Cent said, "LOL, he paid that money real quick. Should have done that before the sharks smelled blood in the water." And here they come in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Every woman he put his hand on. 50 followed it up by announcing he was going to do a documentary on Diddy and bring out the truth about everything that Diddy's been doing, as well as the people who have protected and helped him to carry out these crazy acts. He reposted an article about him developing a documentary about Diddy and captioned it, "I thought Diddy was a billionaire music mogul. If he's smart, he will file bankruptcy now. Anyone with real money knows why I'm saying this. I'm the best producer for the job, guys. Here come the receipts." Fast forward to when Homeland Security raided 2 of Diddy's homes in connection to SEXTFK allegations. 50 wasted no time in getting on Instagram and clowning his foe. "SHT just got real," 50 wrote in a now-deleted Instagram post. "The feds in all the cribs, damn they got the kids in cuffs." In another post, 50 Cent said there was no way Diddy was coming back from this. "Now it's not Diddy do it, it's Diddy done," 50 wrote. "They don't come like that unless they got a case." Also, in one of his recent Instagram posts, 50 threw shade at Diddy with a video captioned, "Yo, this is fun to me. I had to share this. It made me laugh." The clip allegedly shows Diddy sliding into 50's DMs, starting off with a cringy, "Hello, Daddy," followed by a late-night invite for a drink. But when 50 points out the ungodly hour, Diddy persists with the invitation, only to get dissed for his association with Ciroc, the vodka brand he's been repping forever. Then it gets even juicier. Diddy promises a shopping spree the next day, trying to lure the person over, but they ain't having it. They're all like, "I'm good with my own cash." And just when Diddy's desperate enough to throw in a music video offer, the reply is savage. "LOL, last time you had a hit, I was in high school. I'm good." And to top it off, they send over a meme of 50 Cent from Entourage, speeding away in his car and laughing his head off. Anyway, trolling or not, some are still getting a good laugh out of it, while others are starting to feel like the joke's getting a bit old and tired. But even if people are rolling their eyes, they'd still take 50's jabs over straight-up fake news any day. 50 also recently stirred up quite the controversy with a social media post that had folks questioning if he was crossing the line. He shared this news report claiming Diddy was supposedly in a sex relationship with actor Reginald VelJohnson. Yeah, you heard that right. Apparently some comedian spilled the beans on a podcast, alleging he saw some wild stuff go down at one of Puffy's parties.
I'm just hearing like, like all that. I'm like, oh, somebody wearing this out on Crip. So I go busting the door. I look up, I see Carl's window. I'm like, oh, 6-0. Like, this is crazy.
But despite 50 Cent keeping up his trolling spree on Diddy, which doesn't seem like he's gonna let up anytime soon, even if Diddy ends up in the slammer, 50's probably still gonna keep the jokes rolling. And it's not just Diddy getting hit. Anyone connected to Diddy's legal battles isn't safe from 50 Cent's verbal onslaught either. Take Jay-Z, for example. Even though he hasn't been mentioned in any lawsuit or scandal, 50 couldn't resist dragging him into the drama. After all, he feels the same way about the two of them. After Diddy's homes were raided by Homeland Security, 50 hopped on social media and asked where Jay has been. In one post, 50 shared an image of Jay's face on the side of a milk carton with "missing" written above the photo, and another picture of the Brooklyn rap legend on a red carpet waving at the cameras. Anybody seen Jay? LOL. Puff said the man ain't answering his phone. LOL, 50 wrote in the first post. In the second, 50 said, here is Jay-Z last reported seen waving at Puffy Jet. LOL. Word on the street is that Jay-Z's been sweating bullets ever since the feds started poking around Diddy's business. Also, because he might be next in line for some unwanted attention after Diddy.
Is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. And it's only so much of these stories that Jay-Z can, he can pay off or he can block. He won't be able to stop it.
These two have been tight buds for ages, and they haven't exactly kept their friendship under wraps. But according to those in the know, their bond runs deeper than just being music industry big shots. Allegedly, they've been connecting over some seriously shady stuff, particularly involving violence against women. It's a dark side of their friendship that's been lurking in the shadows for years, and they've somehow managed to dodge any real consequences. Or at least, that's what everyone thought. See, as it turns out, the feds have been looking at them for long, and they have been looking at them hard for a very long time. If there's one thing about the feds, they never make their moves until they've got their facts right, and they have managed to build an airtight case against their suspects with no wriggle room. It often takes months or years for the feds to build their case, but once they arrest someone and bring charges against them, then it's over. They have a conviction rate of more than 95%, and that should tell you all that the feds don't play when they make a move on a suspect. And in Diddy's case, the feds have been looking at him for at least 11 years now, because back in 2013, we found out they've been questioning people about Diddy's alleged interest in young boys. A court document from a case in 2013 noted that during a debriefing session with federal investigators, James Rosemond, the music manager turned was reportedly questioned about the sex preferences of entertainers, including whether Sean Diddy Combs was having sex relationships with underage boys, according to a U.S. District Court filing. A prosecutor then asked about entertainers' EX preferences, including, but not only, Sean Combs having sex relationships with underage boys. So, if they have been looking at Diddy for that long, then best believe they've been looking at Jay-Z for that long as well. And it did not just start with because of Cassie's lawsuit. Interestingly, the knowledge of Jay-Z going down with Diddy is not just fan speculations, because people with reliable intel have claimed there is allegedly also an open investigation of Jay-Z by the feds. And as you all have probably heard, Diddy got busted by Homeland Security a couple weeks ago, which tells us the investigation into Diddy is at its peak, and supposedly so is Jay-Z. 50 Cent also took a jab at Young Miami. According to Jones's claims, Young Miami, aka Carisha Romeka Brownlee, allegedly transported a called Tucci across state lines for Diddy. Apparently this Tucci stuff is some kind of pink concoction mixing ecstasy and Jones also alleges that Young Miami was part of a group of women who were supposedly paid a monthly fee to work as Diddy's sex workers. And as if that wasn't enough drama, Jones throws in another bombshell, claiming that Young Miami's cousin, referred to as Jane Doe 1, allegedly SA'd him back in 2022. She allegedly burst into the bathroom and began Jones on Thanksgiving Day. Now, while Young Miami has not explicitly commented on Jones's lawsuit, she's been quick to shut down any talk of her being involved in sex work. This all comes after 50 Cent stirred the pot by sharing an old clip where she jokingly called herself the W word. He captioned the post saying, "It's okay to be a W, just make sure you're being overpaid. See a catch a dry. You go, girl." Young Miami was having none of it, arguing that her words were taken out of context. "I think this got taken out of context. It's a gay slur. What's up was something my gay cousin always said to me," she commented on his post. It's a slang that we said to each other. That's what I was trying to explain to Jason because he's gay, and he got what I was trying to say. I'm not a I never sold pee a day in my life, and I hate how this is getting spun. But the drama didn't end there. Recently, she got served with court papers related to Diddy's trademark infringement lawsuit while partying at a nightclub. A person claiming to have served the papers to the City Girls rapper in Houston recorded the moment he did so. It's a whole mess involving Charlie C., who's suing Diddy over the use of the phrase "act bad" in his song title and merchandise. C. claims Diddy ignored his trademark and breached a contract, seeking a hefty $10 million in damages. According to C., he filed for the trademark back in 2021, and it's live and registered. He alleges that Diddy's team brushed off his concerns about the infringement, even though he reached out to them multiple times. Adding to the drama, C. claims there was some shady stuff going on because he was behind bars at the time for a related offense, but he's since been released. It's all pretty messy, especially considering Young Miami and her City Girls partner JT featured on Diddy's Act Bad. And now she's been roped into the legal battle too. Understandably, she wasn't too thrilled about being served in public, and she made sure everyone knew it when she went on a Twitter rant to share her frustrations. She said, "I'm so tired of the internet and people effing with me every day. Trying to serve me some paper over merch that I'm not selling is lame. Like, everybody want to go viral so bad, let's go viral, I'm tired. Like, take y'all a TF on," she added, "over some merch I don't sell," before responding to somebody who doubted her story. Shut the F up. That's y'all problem. Y'all always think somebody gotta lie." Now, 50 Cent's trolling spree didn't stop with Young Miami. Daphne Joy, who happens to be 50's ex and the mother of his child, also got dragged into the drama. Lil Rod's lawsuit against Diddy named Daphne as one of Combs' alleged sex workers. But Daphne wasn't having any of it. She hit back hard, taking to Instagram to shut down the rumors and accusations. In a no statement, she called out Lil Rod's lawsuit as a bunch of lies and vowed to fight back. And she's not messing around. She's got her legal team ready to take action against both Lil Rod and his attorney. "I am deeply hurt by the lies in Rodney Jones' lawsuit. The claim that I am a sex worker is 100% false and character assassination," she said. "I am retaining an attorney to explore all legal remedies against both Rodney and his attorney." Of course, 50 Cent couldn't resist chiming in. He took to Twitter and stirred the pot even more by posting a pic of Daphne and Diddy, throwing some serious shade her way. He says, "You moved a mile away in hopes of having another baby with me, but I was busy. So you moved back and then you started receiving money from Brother Love. Now here we are, little sex worker." But Joy wasn't about to let that slide. She came back swinging on Instagram saying, "Curtis James Jackson, everything is a joke to you until our safety is compromised, which is happening now. You're wreaking real havoc, frenzy, and chaos into other people's lives. How would you feel if Sire was the one in handcuffs? For nothing. We moved to New York to give you the opportunity to be a father to your son, and you saw him 10 times out of the 2 years that we lived 1 mile away from you. I am tired of upholding and protecting an image to our son that you have never heard." She would continue saying, "Let's put the real focus on your true evil actions of R-wording and physically A-ing me. You are no longer my oppressor, and my God will handle you from this point on. You have permanently damaged the last hope I had for you as a father to preserve our family with these last and final false claims made against me. You have broken our hearts for the last and final time." But despite her heartfelt words, it's like nobody's really listening. Instead, people are dragging Daphne left and right, not buying her side of the story at all. One user sad. "So she was fighting for her child to be with his father, but then claims he R-worded her? What human would fight to have their child around a R? Let's be real." Another user says, "He R-worded you, but you moved you and your son to live 1 mile away from him? Yeah, whatever." And 50 Cent? Well, he's not backing down either. His came out with a statement, slamming Daphne's allegations as false and baseless. According to them, it's all just a reaction to 50 seeking sole custody of their son, Sire. They're making it crystal clear that Sire's safety is their top priority, and they're not messing around when it comes to protecting him. The disturbing allegations in the sworn pleadings recently filed in a court case related to Daphne Joy, the mother of my 12-year-old child, has required me to take all necessary legal actions to protect my son, Sire. The most recent false and baseless accusations by Daphne Joy are clearly in response to my decision to seek sole custody of my son. My son, Sire, is my main priority, and keeping him in a safe environment is my only focus at this time. Now, you know this whole mess is only going to fuel 50 Cent's fire even more. He's probably going to be even more fired up than before. All right, let's dig deeper into the lawsuit and see who else's name got dragged into this mess. In Lil Rod's lawsuit, he also exposed Meek Mill and Usher as one of the people that often came to these freak-offs. Rodney didn't explicitly mention Meek Mill and Usher's names in the lawsuit like he did with everybody else, but he gave some descriptions that had very specific details that pretty much made everybody know who he was talking about, like he described Meek as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj and described Usher as a male R&B singer who performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency.
Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in intercourse with rapper. 5, that's redacted. Look, 5, he's a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. And then the next person, R&B singer. 6, redacted. Look, he performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. Usher!
Now, I'm sure you all know Meek is definitely a rapper from Philadelphia who dated Nicki from 2015 to 2017. Usher also just had a very successful Vegas residency, which reportedly grossed over $100 million, and he did in fact perform at the Super Bowl a couple weeks ago. Anyway, going back to Rodney's lawsuit, he claimed that he witnessed Usher and Diddy hooking up several times and making out with the girls that Young Miami and Justin would bring for him. Rodney recalled the time where they were partying on Diddy's yacht, and he saw both Meek and Usher messing with several girls. Now, when this news hit, Meek went into overdrive on social media, firing off tweets left and right in a frantic attempt to clear his name. But let's just say the online community wasn't exactly buying what he was. He also got into a huge Twitter feud with DJ Academics, who was only reporting on the news. Like, imagine attacking somebody who's just doing his job. One of his tweets said, "I'm from Philly. I don't do or freaky ass Molly. Nobody won't even offer me because I'm that heavy. No man or what would ever approach me about gay activity, and the whole place don't get flipped. Woke up seeing this on every blog like they know I'm coming lol." Things quieted down for a bit, with folks realizing that Meek seemed to be on the edge of a mental breakdown, and nobody wanted to push him further. That is, until Diddy's Ex Bodyguard dropped a bombshell, an audio clip allegedly featuring Meek and Diddy. The shockwaves were palpable. I mean, the voices on that recording? Pretty darn close to Meek and Diddy. And the content? Let's just say it wasn't easy listening. Meek's screams, reportedly in serious distress, sent shivers down the spine of anyone who heard it. Trigger warning, this audio is very disturbing and very sensitive. Now, the ex-bodyguard in question who recorded and leaked the audio made an entire video narrating how it came out. He said it happened during one of Diddy's freak-offs, and he decided to lean by the door to record what he was hearing because he was shocked to see Meek allowing Diddy to pound him like this. He said Diddy intentionally spiked everybody's drinks at that party so they would be too and too high to even know what's going on. But he didn't drink, and that's why he was sober enough to witness what he and Meek were doing.
Like, all the champagne was spiked. Everybody was past the I don't drink. Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the was going on, but I just heard slapping against cheek.
I mean, do you all remember that video circulating where Meek was chilling in the pool, looking a bit, well, uncomfortable, while Diddy hovered nearby, calling him daddy and talking about Meek putting in work? Yeah, that one. It's hard to forget. Some folks are connecting the dots, suggesting it might have been filmed right after whatever went down between Meek and Diddy in that bedroom.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
And to make matters even worse, Meek was caught following a page on Twitter that exclusively posts videos of black men hounding each other. Maybe he was trying to learn some new positions for Diddy. Who knows? But as soon as people caught him, he immediately unfollowed the page. And if that's not enough to raise eyebrows, there's more. An old song of Meek's surfaced online recently. And the lyrics? Let's just say they paint a pretty vivid picture. In the track, Meek talks about chasing his Hollywood dreams. But there's this whole section where he seems to confess to getting involved with Diddy in some not-so-savory ways to make it big. And then he's asking for forgiveness for his actions.
I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy. Dream chases. I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy.
Looks like Eminem might need to up his defense game for 50 Cent because, let's face it, 50 isn't about to ease up on his verbal beatdowns anytime soon. But Eminem's probably aware of that already. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video.